At Quince Orchard High School, we have a special tradition at football games and school events when the national anthem is played. We would like to share it as a class one last time today. Please rise for the playing of our country's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good morning to all, students, staff, family, friends, distinguished guests. Thank you for coming to share this special day with us. My name is Becca Carver, and for the past 4 years, I have had the privilege of being Quince Orchard's Class of 2014 president. The very beginning of our freshman year, I ran for your class president with the slogan, "Expect more from the class of 1-4," not knowing just how right I would be. In our 4 years here at QO, our class has amazed everyone in nearly everything we have set our minds to. With the help of several talented coaches and mentors, our athletic department has excelled, not to mention our Red Army being larger and louder than ever. Our theater reached almost record-breaking ticket sales for many productions. Our band attended and won states in 2012. Our art show was filled with gorgeous prize-winning paintings, photographs, sculptures, and more fine works of art, and clubs were created that would help give everyone a home. Our freshman year, we jumped off with nearly catching the sophomores in homecoming points, showing them the class of 2014 wasn't here to play around. Our sophomore year, we ended up beating them and putting on the hits, which had never before happened in the history of QO. Junior year, we began our goal of raising $50,000 for the Schools for Siloam project, which has in fact been reached and the school built. Our senior year, we ended with a sweep of homecoming games and putting on the hits. We reestablished Mr. and Mrs. QO. Many seniors showed their skills in the coffee house and Jam Against Genocide, and got involved in many more school events. The class of 2014 not only succeeded in everything we did, but we thrived. Dr. Seuss once told us, "Be sure when you step with great care and tact, and remember that life is a great balancing act." Many schools make it difficult for a student to be able to do it all, but at Quince Orchard, we say go for it. Extracurricular activities are not a substitute for academics for us. We're able to juggle all of our activities, and without dropping a ball, the class of 2014 can indeed do it all. I expect us to take this mentality with us throughout the rest of our lives. We want the world to expect more when they hear that we are involved, that we will be able to bring more to the table in whatever we may do in the years to come. Whether we go into college, the military, or the workforce, we will put our all into it. We will accept the challenges and overcome them. That the class of 2014 will be able to do more than the past generations have. I'm so proud to have been your president these past 4 years and can't wait for our reunions to see if indeed we did do more, if we lived up to our potential, if we made a difference in the world, if we truly lived by our class slogan. If we put our minds to it, we can do it. Good luck, class of 2014.
Good morning. My name is Scott Mongold, and I've had the pleasure of serving as the second vice president for the class of 2014. I would like to thank all the families, special guests, and friends for joining the class of 2014 on this fantastic day. 4 years ago, when I came to QO, I remember thinking, why do these seniors look so old? Is this what 4 years really does to a person? We don't realize how fast time really flies. I cannot believe that we're the old ones now. To complement today's ceremony, our musical selection will be performed by Quince Orchard's very own symphonic orchestra, directed by Mr. Philip Proctor. Please welcome them as they perform America the Beautiful.
Good morning, Quince Orchard class of 2014 graduates, families, and guests. My name is Sarah Husted, and I'm your senior class third vice president. I'm so grateful to stand before you on this monumental occasion to honor our hard work and celebrate our achievements. On behalf of the senior class in Quince Orchard High School, I'd like to extend a special welcome to our honored guests, who include elementary and middle school principals and teachers who have known us from as young as kindergarten, as well as representatives of Montgomery County Public Schools and our state and local governments. Starting from my right, on stage with us today are Dr. Megan Etzweiler, our class sponsor, Commander Retired Bernie McMahon, Dr. Joshua Starr, Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Carole Working, our Quince Orchard principal, and continuing on my left are Ms. Rebecca Smandrowski, member of the Board of Education, Dr. Christopher Guerin, Associate Superintendent of High Schools, and Mr. Nathaniel Ward, Class Assistant Principal. Please join me in welcoming these dignitaries seated on stage. Also joining us today, seated on the floor to my left, are staff and sitting next to the staff and students, are the Honorable Mr. Lewis R.S. Simmons, Maryland State Delegate from District 17, Montgomery County, Ms. Deborah Higdon, Principal of Lakelands Park Middle School, Dr. Monifa McKnight, Principal of Ridgeview Middle School, Dr. Carole Baskerville, Principal of Brown Station Elementary School, Mr. Lawrence Chepp, Principal of Rachel Carson Elementary School, Ms. Carol Lang, Principal of Diamond Elementary School, Ms. Catherine Rupp, Principal of Fields Road Elementary School, Ms. Carole Sample, principal of Jones Lane Elementary School, and Ms. Pamela Nazaro, principal of Thurgood Marshall Elementary School. Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining us on this special day. Finally, we have 4 teachers who will be participating in the ceremony with us today, reading the names of our graduates as they cross the stage. Please join me in thanking Mr. Ahmed Adelakan, Ms. Brooke Aranda, Mr. Ken Buffum, and Ms. Vernita Tucker for reading today.
It is with great honor that I stand before you today to introduce a man whose character, courage, and commitment is an example to us all. Mr. Bernie McMahon was commissioned in the United States Navy through the ROTC program and served for 21 years as a U.S. Navy SEAL. He commanded and led special operations elements of every size and scope, conducting combat operations and activities across the globe. As a member of one of America's finest special operation forces, Mr. McMahon served as SEAL platoon commander, troop commander, executive officer, and Joint Special Operations Task Force officer and deputy commander. His service has taken him to the Middle East, Africa, Europe, Central America, and South America. Men of this elite military group are set apart because of their mental fortitude and their uncompromised integrity. Coming from a background that demands discipline and expects innovation, we are humbled by the opportunity to hear from this brave individual whose service to his country and his accomplishments are truly remarkable. Mr. McMahon is now living out his dream as a teacher and coach in Norfolk, Virginia. Without further delay, please join me in welcoming Quince Orchard Class of 2014's commencement speaker, Commander Retired Bernie McMahon.
Good morning, Ms. Working, Dr. Starr, faculty, staff, friends, family. Thank you for the amazing support and love that you have given these amazing young men and women that sit before us this morning. I'd like to offer a special thanks to Miss E for making sure I got here safely in one piece, and of course, Becca for asking me to come today and spend a little bit of my time, but more importantly, to enjoy the day with you and this amazing and momentous occasion. Class of 2014, well done. Your journey as Cougars is about to enter its next phase. You'll always be Cougars, and you'll always be part of a Red Army, but after this morning, you'll be able to say that you're proud alumni. This morning, I'd like to talk to you all today about 20%. Now, we all know what physical tenacity and toughness is. It's being able to run, lift, throw, dance, perform just a little bit better, a little bit longer, a little bit faster, and a little bit harder than the other person. And you know when you reach your physical breaking point, when you cannot run any faster, lift any more weight, do any more push-ups or pull-ups or sit-ups. We also know what it takes to get physically better on the sports field, in the dance studio, or in the recital hall. Be it as division champs in soccer or tennis, football or lacrosse, or the juntos dancers competing in the Latin dance competition, or the Simply Strings performing a concert. You all know what it takes to get better. And we know that through hard work, practice, and repetition, positive results come. But today, I don't want to talk about this physical toughness, but the most often overlooked component, and that's the mental side. I want to talk about the mental tenacity. Mental tenacity, unlike its physical kin, is much harder to quantify. It's harder to define, and perhaps because of this, it's harder to grasp. How do we develop a workout program, a regime that improves our mental toughness? And this morning, I hope to offer you some advice on exactly how to do this, how to create a workout program, and how to improve your own mental tenacity. I spent 21 years in the U.S. Navy SEALs before I entered the world of education. And as an organization, SEALs certainly do not have a monopoly on being physically or mentally tougher than any other military unit. But for good reason, they hold the reputation of being one of the toughest. And they achieve this reputation by systematically honing, developing, and imparting a nearly unbreakable mental and physical toughness in each prospective SEAL. And they do this during 18 months of the hardest, toughest, and most grueling military selection course in the country, if not the world. Now, I had the privilege of attending this training several decades ago and the honor of graduating with 18 of my fellow classmates out of the 136 that started. So you may ask yourself, how do the SEALs train these young candidates to be tougher mentally than others? Well, they do this through a well-developed process of pushing each candidate to the physical breaking point and then pushing them 20% farther, further than they ever thought they were capable of going. The critical moment comes when the candidate reaches his breaking point. It's at this key point that each candidate, through sheer strength of will, must mentally tell his body to keep going. Now, no matter how good a shape the candidate is in, trust me, SEAL training is designed to get everybody's body to that point of fatigue. Be it by exhaustion from running in deep sand or swimming miles in the ocean or lifting fully equipped rubber boats over your head multiple times, or the numbing cold after being immersed in the frigid waters of the winter Pacific Ocean for hours at a time. No matter how good those young SEALs are, they always get to that point. Let me give you an example. When I was in SEAL training, basic underwater demolition school, early in my tenure, we had a basic 4-mile timed run. Now, each week, the students must pass a series of timed evolutions, be it a 4-mile timed run or a 2-mile open ocean swim, an obstacle course. There were a series of physical feats they had to do, swimming 50 meters underwater, passing a series of swim obstacles with your feet tied, your hands tied behind your back. And if a student failed a certain number, it was immediate grounds for dropping from the course. Well, we were a few weeks into the course, and a good portion of the class had failed at least one of these 4-mile timed runs. So the impending burden and stress was palatable. We woke bright and early, about 4 a.m. We made it out to the beach about 4:45. Well, the instructors were a very nice sort of group, and they never let us run on a nice, flat, hard, paved beach. No, they waited for it to be high tide. There's nothing left but deep sand and an incredibly inclined and banked beach. So at 4:45, we lined up. They fired the gun, and off we went, running 2 miles down the beach to turnaround point and 2 miles back. Well, at the turnaround point sat a giant white F-350 dually pickup truck, and in the cab sat an instructor. Big burly SEAL, cup of coffee, and a clipboard with all our names. Now, we all knew each instructor, as you know your teachers, and they knew all our names, as your teachers know yours. And if for some reason they didn't know our name or had forgotten it, well, conveniently it was stenciled in really large black letters across our chest and across our back. But despite this, we were still required to stop in at the truck and give them our name. Well, the satanical instructor had a very well-rehearsed system, and as each student checked in, he would lackadaisically check the clipboard for your name, which of course was alphabetically listed, but he always had a hard time finding the M's. And as the anguishing moments ticked by and the 4-mile clock was continuing to click, he finally found your name, and away you'd run back to the finish line. So that morning was always the case. Everybody gave it their all. Some passed, some just barely, and a few unfortunately failed. Well, as we were all doubled over, trying to recover our breath, a quiet fell. And we looked up, and we saw the group of instructors huddled together whispering. Let me tell you, students, it's probably the same. You don't ever want to see a group of teachers quietly conferring. No good comes from that. And sure enough, the big burly bicep SEAL, the lead instructor, stood in front of us and called us to attention and said that he had some good news and some bad news. Well, the good news was that those that had failed and those that wanted to get a better time would have an opportunity. The bad news was they had somehow forgotten to hit the stopwatch. So none of the times were recorded and nobody knew what time we would run. So they immediately ordered us to the line and said, okay, let's go. 4 miles, 2 down, check back in, and 2 miles back. Well, without giving it much thought, most of us lined up and we pushed through the immediate agony and the fear and our body telling us that there was no way it could run any further. But we willed our minds to tell our body to keep moving. And for those of us that did that, we ran the second time. We found that after the initial push, it got a little easier, and the miles just clicked on by. And we realized through this process that we had pushed ourselves 20% further than we thought we were capable of. And for those who were not capable of willing their minds, they simply rang the bell and chose to exit from SEAL training that morning. Well, this was a typical morning, one that saw us pushed physically and mentally before breakfast. So after 18 months of this mental and physical toughening, how does this translate once a SEAL candidate becomes an actual SEAL? Does the mental toughness pay off? Do SEALs continue to push themselves both mentally and physically each and every day? Well, the simple answer is yes. And I'll use the story of a very good friend of mine, Lieutenant Jason Redmond, to illustrate this point. And on September 13th, 2007, while deployed to Iraq, acting as an assault force commander on an operation to capture an al-Qaeda high-value target, Jay's assault team came up under heavy machine gun and small arms fire. And he, along with 2 other teammates, were wounded in the ensuing firefight. Despite being shot twice in the arm and once in the face, as well as receiving multiple rounds to his helmet, his night vision goggles, his body armor, and his weapon, Jay led his team to secure the high-value target and to ensure everybody made it back alive. Jason was a medevac to Ramstein and subsequently back to Bethesda Naval Hospital. He was severely wounded, had no use of his arm, and catastrophic damage to his face. And while in the hospital battling for the use of his arm and going through no less than 37 surgeries on his face, he posted the following note on the door to his hospital room. And it said, "Attention. To all who enter here, if you're coming into this room with sorrow or to feel sorry for my wounds, go elsewhere. The wounds I received, I got in a job I love, doing it for the people I love, supporting the freedom of a country I deeply love. I'm incredibly tough and will make a full recovery. What is full? That's the absolute physically that my body has the ability to recover. And then I will push that about 20% further through sheer mental tenacity. This room you're about to enter is a room of fun, of optimism, of rapid regrowth. If you're not prepared to do that, go elsewhere." Signed, the management. So you may ask yourself as you sit here, this Herculean moment, how does this relate to you? How can you gain a similar mental edge? How can you hone your own mental tenacity, improve your physical strength and skill without having to go through SEAL training? Well, you do it the same way. You work on improving your strength and skills, and that's through repetition, through hard work, focus, and a plan. Now, this may seem daunting, overwhelming, but trust me, it's incredibly simple. It's like eating an elephant. You do it by taking one small bite at a time. I recommend the best way you do this is something I call the mirror test. Now, the mirror test is very simple. It's an exercise that you can do twice a day. It takes literally no additional time out of your day. It just uses the time you do have a little bit better. Now, while you're getting ready for your day, take advantage of the time that you're in the bathroom standing in front of the mirror. Use that time when you're brushing your teeth or shaving or putting on makeup or blow drying your hair. Use that time to take a critical look at who's looking back at you in that mirror. Use these few minutes each day to analyze yourself, who you are, and specifically how you're doing on honing your own mental tenacity. Then pick 3 goals. 3 goals to achieve that day ahead. Pick 3 simple activities, things you usually do not do, but you know you should. Pick 3 things that are easy to accomplish, but hard to do. Pick simple tasks. Pick things like making your bed, washing your breakfast dishes, driving without texting, being nicer to your mom or your dad, your brother or your sister, completing that assignment, writing a thank you note, or simply making someone smile. Now, none of these things require physical feats of courage. They don't take great amounts of physical courage or stamina to complete. No, all they require is for you to be mentally strong, to mentally tell yourself you're going to do each one, and then doing it, and making yourself 20% better than you were the day before. As you pick each goal, look in the mirror and commit yourself to doing it. By doing this each morning, you will slowly improve and grow your own mental tenacity. It's no different than doing push-ups or pull-ups, playing the riff on the guitar, hitting that note right in the song, or perfecting your swing or pitch. It takes constant practice, repetition, and focus. But the best part of this practice is you get to choose the 3 things you're going to do each day. And by so doing, you can choose things that are achievable and attainable, and thus build on positive results. Now, the mirror test finishes each evening while you're getting ready to go to bed. And use that time in front of the mirror, whether you're brushing your teeth or getting ready to go to bed, to again look at the person who's looking back at you. Look and see and ask yourself if you completed the 3 goals you set out for that day. If you did, reflect on how well you did them. By so doing, did you challenge yourself? Did you push yourself mentally? If you did not complete your goals, that's okay. Be positive and stay focused. But ask yourself why you didn't. There are plenty of good reasons why you didn't. Things come up. Things get busy. You get off track, and that's okay. But the key at each evening is to be honest with yourself. If you did not accomplish an item simply because you didn't want to or chose not to, you need to understand that decision. Be true to why you didn't follow through with your goals. We're allowed to, and that's okay, but only if in so doing we make ourselves better. If in the process we know why we came up short and acknowledge that why we chose not to reach our goal, we can then redouble our efforts. We can re-hone our tenacity and approach the same task the next day with a renewed sense of purpose and focus. At the end of the mirror test, finish on a high note. Think about the positive things you did do that day, those things you accomplished, and how you mentally chose to reach each goal. And then head to bed, ready to sleep on your successes and begin the day anew tomorrow, looking in the mirror and choosing new goals to accomplish. If you do these very simple things, the mirror test, each day, you will slowly, bite by bite, eat the elephant. And by so doing, hone your mental toughness to a level that is unmatched. Class of 2014, I have no doubt you will reach amazing heights. You will accomplish breathtaking, spectacular feats, and you will lead our nation well into this century. You are our future, and with a well-developed and honed mental tenacity, you can achieve 20% more than you ever thought possible, simply by looking in the mirror each day.
Good morning. My name is Megan Dougherty, and it has been a pleasure to serve as the class of 2014's first vice president for the last 4 years. Today, I am honored to introduce our elected student speaker who truly embodies the mantra, all for one and one for all. As a selfless leader on the varsity football team and a 2-year captain of the varsity co-ed volleyball team, Clay Shelton Jones has gained the respect from his peers and teammates. Clay has served as a Quince Orchard ambassador for the last 4 years, and his humble and caring nature will truly be missed by the QO community. Clay is the youngest of 9 siblings and will be the first to attend college. In the fall, Clay will be attending Shepherd University, where he will pursue a major in sports marketing. He will also be continuing his football career. Please join me in welcoming the Class of 2014 student speaker and my good friend, Clay Shelton Jones.
Good morning, students, staff, dignitaries, family, and welcome to Quince Orchard High School's 2014 graduation. On behalf of my fellow prospective students, graduates, I'd like to start by thanking staff, family, and friends for putting in the hard work over the past 4 years into making us into the strong individuals we are today. That is why we are here with our heads held high, comfortably prepared for any future hardship the real world can toss at us. If I've learned anything in my long 4 years of high school, it's that change is a necessary slice in the pie of growth. The change I experienced at QO reminds me of an encounter between a boy and his father. The story goes as such. A father took his son into the kitchen and put on 3 pots of boiling water. In the first pot, he placed potatoes, in the second, eggs, and in the third, coffee beans. After 30 minutes, the father turns to his son and asks, "What do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee," he hastily replies. "Look closer," he said, and touched the potatoes. He did and noted that they were soft. He then asked him to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, he observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked him to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to his face. The son asked his father what this meant. He then explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and the coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard, and unrelenting. But in the boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with a thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was in the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. QO, we have all faced the same cauldron of boiling water. I'm here to tell you that you are the coffee beans. Every single student has experienced the cauldron and has become something new because of it. With that, we can change the world we live in for the better. Armed with the strong-willed passion and the positively assessed knowledge we've gained at QO, my friends, we are equipped and battle-ready, eager to take on a new role and prepare to start a new chapter in life. Things happen around us and things happen to us. But the only thing that truly matters is how we choose to react to it and what you make out of it. Life is all about learning. We learn something new each and every day. The trick is to take a moment each day to reflect on what you've learned and use it to create a newer, better you in order to make a positive difference in this world. Congratulations, class of 2014, and may you take what QO has given you to change the world.
Good morning, class of 2014. My name is Andrew Fink, your senior class treasurer, and I am very honored to be standing before you today. As we celebrate our graduation, it is very important to not only remember the past, but also look to the future. I would like to introduce to you one of this year's valedictorians, Lily Milwit, to share with you some words of wisdom as we enter the next chapter of our lives. Lily has not only demonstrated great academic standing, but she has also given back to the school in numerous ways. Her resume is filled with various positions around the school, such as senior class secretary, editor-in-chief of the newspaper, The Prowler, president of the English Honor Society, and captain of both the field hockey and lacrosse teams. Lily plans to attend Tulane University to study communications and political science with an English focus. Please give a warm welcome to my good friend, Lily Milwit.
Good morning, students, parents, family members, faculty, and esteemed guests. Thank you for being here with us on this special day. After 740 days of school, close to 250,000 minutes of class time, 2 football state championship visits, 4 putting on the hits performances, dozens of people who have forever changed our lives, and countless memories, we each have the ideals and traditions of Quince Orchard High School ingrained into our beings. We know the fight song front to back, we know every cheer, hand motions included, and we know just when to shout QO during the national anthem. We know different subjects and facts and theorems and theories and formulas and skills and principles. So we use all this knowledge to go out and conquer the world, right? Wrong. Because one thing that we've learned from QO is that it's not about what we know. It's about the pursuit of all that is left to learn. Because when Ms. Patel taught us that when the limit does not exist, you can derive the numerator and the denominator and then try again, she wasn't teaching us the theorems of a century-old mathematician. She was teaching us that it is possible to find your way out of a seemingly impossible situation. And when Miss Daly insisted that we go back and edit the article on page 3 of the Prowler for the 5th time, she wasn't teaching us style book guidelines. She was teaching us to never give up on something until it is everything that we want it to be. And when Coach Holliday taught us that when we're stuck in the top left corner, we should switch hands and look for the pass behind the goal, she wasn't teaching us how to win the game. She was teaching us that when we're struggling on our own, we can look to others for support. As we start new chapters in our lives, I hope that we can each see the bottom of the unturned stone, dip our feet into the untouched water, see the world in a way that it has never been seen before, embrace what we know, and seek what we don't. And I hope that when we think we've seen it all and done it all, that we continue to see and do and think and dream. I hope that we each acknowledge that boundaries do not exist for those who choose to ignore them. And I hope that we each consider the idea that life is perhaps not about being the best, the richest, the smartest, or the most successful, but maybe simply about constantly becoming better versions of who we already are. I hope we never forget this, just as we will never forget L'Hopital's rule, the newspaper style book, the lacrosse playbook, the words to the fight song, the football cheers, when to shout QO during the national anthem, or the road back home. Thank you and congratulations.
Good morning, fellow students, parents, faculty, and esteemed guests. Thank you all for being here today to take part in celebrating our last 4 years. My name is Johnny Jung, and I've had the honor of serving as your SGA president. Ms. Working and administration play a crucial role in determining the direction of the school. This year, our school's achievements were brought to new heights, both academically and in our community. Under our leadership, we realized we are more than statistics of test scores, more than GPAs, and more than attendance rates, but that we are driven individuals who are all moving on to achieving greater things in different capacities. We inherited the Sierra Leone project, showing our ongoing commitment to community service in a village across the globe. As we near the end to this monumental project, we thank and commend Ms. Working and the QO community for their ongoing efforts and support. Ms. Working's dedication to student involvement continues to allow student leaders to become independent individuals, helping us realize our own potential. Ladies and gentlemen, our principal and my dear friend, Ms. Carole Working.
Thank you, Johnny. Mrs. Smodowski, Dr. Starr, Dr. Guerin, honored guests, graduates of the class of 2014. I would like to take a moment to tell you how honored I feel to have had the opportunity to spend the last 4 years with you as your principal. It has been a great pleasure to get to know so many of you, to watch you can perform or compete, to appreciate the quality of your work, to work with you, and to watch you set the tone and standard for school as senior leaders. Some of you sitting in the audience today may not realize this, but each class at Quince Orchard High School has a very distinct personality, and so it is with the class of 2014. As a class, they have achieved an impressive number of individual accomplishments, and they have worked together as a class to make Quince Orchard High School a wonderful place for students to learn and grow and explore their interests. To work with them was like watching and listening to a concerto. Concerto originally simply meant concert in Italian. In today's musical lexicon, a concerto is a piece of music in which one player, the soloist, sits or stands at the front of the stage playing the melody while the rest of the orchestra accompanies him or her. The soloist is the hero or heroine, the lead of the play, the prima donna. The orchestra provides the context and the supporting cast. In great concertos, they are equal parts, playing off each other and enhancing the musical score. The class of 2014 has exceptional soloists in the classroom. Among our seniors is the winner of a National American Sign Language competition, a finalist in the Google Code In competition, of which there were only 20 winners in the entire world, and a student won first place in the Congressional Arts competition. There are 13 soloists in the classroom who never earned anything less than an A in a course in high school. Would our 13 valedictorians please rise and be recognized? Please stand. And please remain standing just a moment. And in the orchestra that played with them are 231 seniors who completed 5 or more advanced placement courses while in high school and completed our AP Signature Scholar program, 14 visual arts signature scholars, 11 computer science signature scholars, 24 music signature scholars, 55 social studies signature scholars, and 6 students who completed the entire Project Lead the Way engineering program. All of these students completed college coursework while in high school. Would the seniors who completed all of these rigorous courses of study please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your terrific academic achievements. Please be seated. And class of 2014, you have given enormous amounts of service to your community. Among you are 13 seniors, 13 soloists of exceptional service to their community who've given in excess of 500 hours of community service. Would those seniors please stand and be recognized? And a larger group of students, 101 seniors, have earned the Superintendent's Certificate of Meritorious Service, designated by a purple tassel. This is the largest number of seniors who have ever earned this award in the history of Quince Orchard High School. Would those seniors please stand? Thank you for all that you have contributed to your school and your community. Please be seated. And class of 2014, you have always given us a concerto on the athletic field. There are 16 soloists who've received scholarships and will continue to make beautiful music on the fields of friendly strife in college. Would those seniors please stand and be recognized? Thank you. A great soloist in the class of 2014 in the sport of wrestling was a county and regional champion and won 100 matches, a feat that has not been matched by many. A great soloist in pom competition achieved a perfect score as our performing captain. And one of our seniors earned 12 varsity letters in 4 different sports. And each of you has been supported by an orchestra of teammates. Not only did our football team, who never won less than 10 games in 4 years. Not only did our football team make it to the state finals twice, our golf team reached states as a team twice. During your 4 years at Quince Orchard, you earned multiple division and regional championships. Would all of those seniors who earned a varsity letter wearing the Quince Orchard red and black please stand and be recognized? Go Cougars. Thank you. And you have truly mastered the concerto in our extensive and hugely successful music program. Our marching band won the Maryland State Band Competition last year and received the Cadets Award for Excellence at the same competition this year. This year, all of our bands and orchestras earned the top rating in district and state music festivals. Would the students who participate in marching band, concert band, and orchestra please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Members of the class of 2014, you clearly modeled for all of us at Quince Orchard what the high school experience should be. You made school spirit and school pride visible to all the students at QO. You took ownership of your school and worked with your teachers and families to create a school where all of us could work and perform and play and most of all learn, because you created harmony and balance between the music of the soloist and the music of the orchestra. Look around you. With you here today is the audience for your concerto. In it are your parents who have given you encouragement and support. They have supported you by giving more parent volunteer hours to this school than has been given to any other school in Montgomery County Public Schools for the last 2 years running. They, too, made a huge commitment to you, their students, and to your success. And in this audience are the teachers and staff of Quince Orchard High School. I have had the privilege to witness the many hours and care that they have given to working with each of you. I know that each of you has someone on staff who has made an extra effort to work with you in the classroom or to support you through a tough time. They've made an extra effort because they believe in your abilities and they believe in the promise of your future. Look around you. Your parents and grandparents, family and friends, your teachers and staff, and the Quince Orchard community are all here today because they love you. And they're so proud of what you've accomplished. Please stand and recognize your family and teachers and staff by giving them a round of applause. Thank you, parents. Class of 2014, wherever you go from this day forward, our hopes for your continued success go with you. It is our hope that the power and the beauty of the music you made on your own and you made together as a class at Quince Orchard High School will continue to be a part of you. And we know that the music that you leave behind, the concerto of the individual and of the combined talents of the class of 2014, is the true gift to our school and is now a part of our tradition at Quince Orchard High School. The spirit of your class, the many accomplishments in the classroom, the consistent achievement of excellence on the field of play, the exceptional quality you bring to a performance, the special care that you give to your community, to your family, and to each other has left us a better school. Class of 2014, you are an outstanding class, and I am proud to call you graduates of Quince Orchard High School. I would now like to bring to the podium Ms. Rebecca Smandrowski, member of the Montgomery County Board of Education. Ms. Smandrowski, would you please join me? I am so honored that Ms. Smandrowski is with us today. She is serving her first term as a member of the Board of Education, and she represents our district. She is currently chair of the Committee on Special Populations and a member of the Policy Management Committee and the Fiscal Management Committee also. She has spent countless hours on behalf of the students of Quince Orchard and of the students of Montgomery County Public Schools. We're very proud to have her with us today. Ms. Smandrowski, it is my great pleasure to deliver this official notice. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Quince Orchard High School, I recommend to you the members of the class of 2014 as qualified candidates for the State of Maryland diploma. Ms. Smandrowski.
And a great-looking class it is. Good morning. One of the most important roles of a Board of Education member is to officiate at commencements. And let me just say that it is truly an honor to be with you on this special day and to bring you greetings and congratulations from the Board of Education. Webster's dictionary defines commencement as a beginning, and today marks the beginning of a new chapter in each of your lives. I know that all of you have worked hard to reach this day, and I'm sure that it wasn't always easy. However, nothing worth having usually is. But you did it, and for that I say to you, well done. When you walk out these doors and celebrate, I want you to remember those who are here with you in person or in spirit. Remember all who encouraged you, supported you, listened to you, prodded and cajoled you, and likely even nagged you a bit. It takes a village, and the supports that you've developed here can last a lifetime. I had the privilege of meeting with your student government yesterday to discuss your class a bit. The one thing that came through most clearly, most in particularly, was family. You are a family, and that is something that you can cherish forever. Appreciate that. Stay connected. Lean on one another. Embrace diversity. Show respect. Be kind and honest, and there for others, and they will be there for you. In your time at Quince Orchard High School, you've worked hard to build a solid foundation that will support your choices for the rest of your life. You've faced and conquered academic challenges that have given you the tools to craft a life of learning. But just as importantly, you embraced the diversity of your student body and learned how to create a community. You celebrated the diverse points of view and talents that support the richness of Quince Orchard in your academics, publications, music, theater, and spirit-rousing sports. You are more prepared for whatever comes next because you've learned the lesson that none of us has to face challenges alone, that you can draw strength from your family, your friends, and the many talented and dedicated teachers and staff at QO who have been your guides for these past 4 years, and who are all pulling for your future success. The students spoke about the culture of the school. Principal Carole Working, I would like to say that the positive culture of a school is something that doesn't happen by accident. It cannot be taught. It is something that is modeled, felt, reassured, and nurtured. You've done that, and the results of your passion sit here before you today in the quality of your staff, the quality of your programs, and the quality of your students. Yes, I agree. So, on behalf of the Board of Education and your student body, I thank you for that. This class has also been described to me as one unit full of spirit, engagement, kindness, and inclusion. A unit that has something for everyone. And as you take this bittersweet next step, I implore each of you to remember the lessons that you have learned here while you were here, as well as maybe a little bit of advice from me. YOLO is still more than just something to put with a hashtag. It is not an excuse to make bad choices, but it is something to encourage you to make the most out of every day. If you know what you want to do and where you want to go from here, embrace it. Work hard and you will accomplish your goals. But if you don't, that's okay too. Take chances, make mistakes. Don't be discouraged. Try, and if you don't succeed, try again. Change your mind and be brave. After all, in the words of your SGA president, you only do this once. And last but not least, and maybe most importantly, as you go out into this crazy world, remember if you are doing something that you wouldn't be proud to tell your parents about, you probably shouldn't be doing it. So now as you embark, as you embark on your life's journey, whether it is college, vocational school, military service, or the world of work, I would like to leave you with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Congratulations. And now for the words which will render this graduation official. By the virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education of Montgomery County, under the laws of the state of Maryland, I do now award diplomas or certificates evidencing the satisfactory completion of prescribed courses of study to the students of Quince Orchard High School who are recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school. In receiving this diploma or certificate, each of you is entitled to all of the privileges and honors accorded graduates of a high school accredited by the Maryland State Department of Education. Great job.
Got it.
Rebecca Carver. Megan Dougherty. Andrew Fink. Johnny Jung. Dakota Burton. Lily Milwit. Clay Shelton Jones. Sarah Husted. Scott Mongold. Julia Zhang. Charles Chang. Jennifer Walker. Mauricio Defnian. Aaron Maroney. Jacob Chukran. Yumi Ko. Joshua Follis. Rashia Ismail. Grant Hayes. Gabriella N. Justin Valenti. Rebecca Fan. John Hamilton Jr.
Samantha Ernst. Simon Brake. Savannah Wilbanks. Kyle Pett. Macarena Roman. Joseph Pechka. Maria Amelia Newlands. Eric Lai. Jasmine Alvarado Cruz. Jacob Adler. Omar Abolinain. Ethan Jones. Christian Braisted. Sanjana Tasker. Stuart Fletcher. Jasmine Sun. Jeremy Galkin.
Danielle Satterfield. Luis Montez. Amelia Rubin. Slava Yoon. Catherine Rogers. Dario Tarzik. Emma Rebholz. Philip Schreiber. Christine Oboku Arhen. Kevin Rose. Shabangi Kuchihota. Tyler Shapiro. Anna Rose Kennedy. Carter Wanacott.
Irene Fletchemeyer. Andrew Yesnick. Celia Fairbank. Thomas Adams. Elizabeth Erickson. Parsa Arshajavan. Abby Beresford. Marlon Aguilera. Dominique Bander. Shelby Alagrande. Amanda Osofsky. Douglas Alfaro. Elizabeth Ashford. Amatu Umatu. Julie Alvarado. Alexander Ambrose. Annette Anderson. Maverick Amaya Escobar. Allison Aller. Josue Arce.
Lynn Akulil. Brian Arias. Jessica Aliev. Lamonte Armstrong. Taylor Alexander. Preston Otto. Anaya Ahuja. Daniel Venus. Genevieve Adukpo. Adam Berner. Ashley Abbott. Peter Blake. Mariah Velasquez. Spencer Blas. Vita Bronco III. Nathan Board. Emily Boynton. Gavin Boone. Irene Dolores Boyd. Austin Borgery. Brianna Booth. Keenan Brandon. Rebecca Borjowski.
Isaiah Briscoe. Aminetta Bakari. Jabez Brogdon. Ukua Boateng. Alex Brown. Lauren Blitz. Benjamin Brown. Josine Blake. Malcolm Brown. Jacqueline Bennett. Tyler Brown. Nicole Beltran. Matthew Bernstein. Brittany Beckwith. Michael Bushman. Diana Benora. Ramon Carlo Bustos. Stacy Cohen. Daviante Butler. Brianna Chung. Axel Caballero Sanchez. Jenna Chen. Alessandro Caprero. Jasmine Chang. Paris Carrigo. Claudia Chang. Alonzo Carrasco.
Paula Castro. Delante Carter. Chriselle Carter. Zachariah Cash. Alicia Carter. Diego Claros. Emily Carrillo. Tyler Klein. Karina Carino. David Cohen. Maria Cano. Connor Cole. Yandy Campos Hernandez. Carlos Calindros. Monica Campana. Matthew Collins. LaShawn Bush. Hasim Connor. Marche Frazier. Ryan Cooley. Nora Frame. Eric Cross Jr. Megan Fisher. Obed Omar Cruz. Rachel Feidelman. Jordan Damas. Catherine Postino.
Tony Dang. Brooke Irick. Elliot Davis. Samantha Evans. Matthew DeSanto. Bailey Durash. Tyler Dunmeyer. Tara Del Pree. Nils Ebeka Golom. Melissa Isibu. Maxwell Tyler Erdrich. Sydney Kunif. Connor Ewing. Laura Crooks Howard. Samuel Farraher. Nicole Kornblatt. Matthew Fooster. Natalia Churchman. Michael Gage Jr. Tatiana Hernandez. Matt Galt. Rashana Hayes. Theodore Gelman. Sarah Jane Harris. Dion Gibson Jr. Erica Harper. Parash Golban. Elizabeth Hahn. Riley Golden. Robin Hackett. Jonathan Gonzalez.
Melanie Grandos Galvez. Brent Greenberg. Delmy Grandos. Kyle Gregory. Angelica Gonzalez. Samuel Gorowitz. Shireen Golchin. Matthew Habel. Julie Gleason. Carlos Henriquez. Mina Garagoza. James Tristan Holdsworth. Andrea Galindo. Daniel Hong. Jennifer Friedberg. Scott Hoops. Catherine Keenan. Scott Horowitz. Wendy Cohen. Christopher Hosenpa. Umber Casa. Mitchell Hong. Samantha Khan. Adam Huber. Jonah Justice. Christopher Ingalls. Ellen Jew. Kyle Jakes. Jamila Jonjo. Reed Johnson. Devin Elise Johnson. Colin Jones. Summer Jones. Kevin Joppy II. Hannah Jamei.
Johnny Carabetin. Jade Mackenzie Jacobs. Jackson Kelly. Andini Indusari. Jonathan Kim. Michaela Inchalste. Charles King. Rachel Hollander. Joshua Kofsky. Haley Lemieux. Daichi Komiya. Kelsey Ledgway. Sheldon Perry Connect. Jasmine LeBrock. Mohammed Karoma. Jamie Krems. Rayan LeBay. Hannah Kramer. Alexander Lee. Anna Kraft. Dong Haeun Lee. Liddy Kofi. Suchen Lee. Yana Knežević. Elias Leon. Natasha Klein. Garrett Levy. Haley Kirby. Miles Lavrio. Minsu Kim. Alex Liebensfeld. Cindy Bokayung Kim. Matthew Limbach.
Deja Keebler. Christopher Lowe. Lauren Kettle. Christopher McHale. Dana May. Akram Muhammad. Kenya Martinez. Kyle Mannion. Regina Mahana. Andrew Mann. Viu Lau. Robertson Marrow. Brenda Lopez. Connor Madison. Vanessa Lopez. Kyrie McCallum. Sophia Lopez. Ryan McCann. Karen Lopez. Seth McCormick. Amber Loeb. Anthony McElhaney. Margaret Lone. Patrick McGinty. Kretsia Livia. Christian Mejia.
Megan Lyle. Joel Malaku. Caitlin Lish. Matthew Malone. Catherine Lynn. Baruch Meza Grimaldi. Elizabeth Parker. Noah Minkoff. Adistea Papalopoulos. Victoria Mange. Mecca Page. Carter Montgomery. Elizaveta Noskova. Elio Montefort. Christine Wee. Christopher Moss. Cheyenne Morgan. Dennis Muchiri. Leanda Molina. Jaleel Mohammed. Daria Mosane. Wyatt Muma. Rupa Mystery. Richard Murphy Graves. Cosette Miller. Michael Murtaugh. Jenny Meow. Nathaniel Myers. Arendera Mendoza. Cecil Neal III. Diana Mendelson. Michael Nolan. Mary McKeegan. Simon O'Cheney. Jane Ritter. Austin O'Connor. Malia Ritchie. Omar Ortiz Vasquez. Kelly Reed.
Derek Pagella. Amelia Janice Rains. Randy Palacios. Pamela Pun. Michael Palmieri. Anna Marie Palacio. Montico Paris. Bella Portillo. Thomas Peterson. Aiden Pomerantz. Alexander Parakason. Krista Pitts. Noah Pearlstein. Samantha Petrowski. Brendan Perdiskis. Alexandra Pike. Rodolfo Pineda. Constance Peterson. Cornelius Pixley. Sasha Perry. Andrew Plegger. Meredith Pennypacker. Tobin Pagley. Madison Moe. Matthew Quinn. Rem Sabati. Sean Quick. Regina Shiraber. Jorge Quintanilla.
Madeline Scanio. Ravi Kumar. Marie Sawa. Kevin Ramnuth. Jasmine Marie Santiago. Renzo Reyes. Babette San Martin. Ryan Rivenberg. Jacqueline Sanchez Flores. Max Roberts. Brittany Rose. Luis Rodriguez. Perla Romero Ariza. Aberlard Roman. Darling Romero. Augustin Romano. Abigail Rodriguez. Alexander Rumetz. Alexandra Rocha. Nick Roshdi. Catherine Robison. Grant Ross. Yaneth Rivera Orellana. Johnny Ruiz. Abigail Stringham. Alex Saavedra. Jasmine Danette Latrell Stevens. David Augustos Santos.
Sarah Spurbeck. Jake Snyder. Samantha Solomon. Julian Seawright. Jamie Solomon. Taylor Segretti. Alexis Small. Jacob Seiniger. Kelly Slack. Ryan Shaw. Natalia Sistakani. Bradley Shong. Leah Singman. Samuel Shin. Rachel Schuster. Matthew Shervani. Alexandra Shubina. Michael Shervani. Simran Shahid. Arya Chokra. Genesis Sevilla. Nelson Enrique Silva. Diana Servat.
Daniel Silberstein. Lydia Breland. Antoine Smallwood. Stacy Villagus. Nicholas Sutliff. Rosa Vasquez. Jamel Swader. Sarah Varney. Davis Silverman. Rachel Van Valkenburg. Derek Stryker. Unique Ugorji. Matthew Taylor. Uniqua Ugorji. John Tenek. Tanya Turner. David Thibault. Catherine Rose Turlick. Drew Thompson. Emma Blair Thomas. Connor Tilton. Danny Tapiero. Amulia Taramale. Andrea Tapia. Zachariah Titus. Jazriel Swan. Kevin Trejo. Bawi Song.
James Trong. Kayla Prather. Roman Tugatnu. Devonna Anderson. Brian Tunson. Kivana Prather. Donovan Tyler. Sydney Zabudil. Jose Alejandro Valdez. Aisha Yar. Solomon Valenzuela. Jennifer Yu. McCartney Van Brunt. Nuna Warku. Douglas Van Hook. Brianna Wilson. Hector Vega Yorke. Emily Weinstein. Bradley Walker. Susanna Weaver. Alvin Wang. Wehan Wang. Matthias Wasiki. Austin Wang. Dustin Weber. James Parker White. Evan Wolf. Augustus Williams. Eric Wu. Ryan Wu. Alec Young. Dennis Yashenko. Frank Yu. Alexander Zalia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lily Milwit, and I have had the privilege of serving as your Class of 2014 Secretary for the past 4 years. Today, each of us received a commemorative pin as a symbolic reminder of our time as Cougars. Keep your pin as a means of bringing your Cougar pride with you to all your future endeavors, whatever they may be and wherever they may take you. Today, we are honoring our own achievements as students and reflecting on our rises and falls, successes and failures, and lessons learned over the past 4 years. We are recognizing all that we are leaving behind, and we are agreeing to take just as much with us into the next chapters of our lives. But it is also important that we take a moment to acknowledge that we would not be here today without the help of others. Each of us has someone who has shaped our experiences at QO and who has fostered our abilities, pushed us to our limits, and taught us that we can always do more than we thought we could do, give more than we thought we could give, and be more than we thought we could be. Today we celebrate those people and ask that each of you gives the rose that you received earlier to the person without whom you would not have become the person that you are today, as you sit before me and graduate as a member of the Class of 2014. In 2007, Mr. Philip Proctor, along with Mr. Justin Indovina, composed our school's alma mater, forever creating a symbol of nostalgia for the students of QO. Today, the alma mater will be performed by the band, directed by Mr. Philip Proctor. Please rise and follow along by singing the alma mater with us.
Good morning, students, faculty, and guests. My name is Dakota Burton, and I've had the pleasure of serving as a class historian for the past 4 years. The experience we've all shared at Quince Orchard has truly been a blessing. one of commendable academics, unforgettable relationships, and the chance to be a part of the legendary Red Army tradition. QO has truly left a mark on all of us and will no doubt always remember our time as Cougars. Now, as we celebrate our passage from high school students to high school graduates, please join me in turning your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2014, we did it!